welcome back to day 2 of making an EP or album part 1, whatever we eventually are gonna call this little project of ours. Recording music, we might call it. That's the most accurate. So yesterday we finished most of the guitars for at least for 3 songs. One very long one, as you will know once this one comes out. Today we will start the recordings of drums. Big shout out to Oskar Nyman, who borrowed us the microphones for the drums. Currently waiting for Jonathan to show up here, who's gonna do the actual production. While I'm waiting, I'm putting stuff in order. Tuning things in and sort of making it a bit comfortable. I was originally planning to use 2 tree hanging tom-toms, but unfortunately one of them broke down. So we're just gonna have to do with 2 hanging ones and then 2 sort of floor tom-toms. So it's metal enough anyways, I guess. You know, this being a Maiden fan, the more tom-toms you have, the better it gets, or the more metal it is at least. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, nowadays modern good drummers that I follow tend to use minimalistic kits as well. So it is what it is, as a former US president used to say. Give a bit of a tour around what I'm gonna record on. So we have that one. As I said, one of the tom-toms, the little sad boy over there, is out of the game. So instead, I'm gonna have to roll on these 2 guys over here, as well as accompanied by 2 floor toms, which is quite nice. You can get that deep, heavy sound if you wanted that. As my feet work, I'll have a Pearl Dominator, I believe. It's a double pedal, and as you can see, it's customized for lefties like me.
Boring!
Just changed the skin of my snare, so it should be crisp and nice. For the hi-hat, I use my minor bisans, dusans, as it might be called, which is a nice heavy kind of hi-hat to get that heavy sound on. I also use the main one.
5 hours later.
Now, this one is my absolute favorite gunship over here. It's the Rude Crash Ride, also 18 inch. So as you can actually see, I've got 2 18-inch cymbals, 1 19-inch cymbal, and the smallest, as I said, was 16-inch. So there is no smaller splashes or anything like that to help me out here. But this one I use quite a lot. I sort of take turns from doing kind of the ride stuff, everything that's not related to the hi-hat on this Rude, because it has really nice one when you sort of just smash through it. It gets a heavy sound, so if you want to lift the mood up a little bit more. Yeah, that's about it. And the kit itself, it's an old Pearl World Series vintage kit. I believe it was built during the 90s, or if I'm sort of lucky enough, it was even built during the 80s, when the heydays of hard rock and metal was. So yeah, it's a bit of a run through this time.
Ja, fast den sista man skulle lyssna på när den fanns.
For the record, you're on the record.
Ja, det är ingen fara.
And you told the guys you like POD.
Christian new metal.
Yeah.
POD, they're the best in Christian new metal, for sure.
And the second best?
Second best would not be known to me.
No, not to me either. That's the only Christian band I know. So finally, Jonathan has arrived. Little mixing desk is up and running. The kit is also basically prepared with the microphones.
Slightly old school to record with an actual analog mixer.
Yeah.
But it goes digital very soon.
So here we are.
No tape recorder in this place.
Here we are. Mic'd up. This is so boring to watch.
You're goddamn right.
But yeah.
Here we are, here we go. UFO.
How does the producer feel about today?
I'm good feeling about today.
What about the verdict from yesterday?
Good start. Off to a good start yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, today we lay down the drums. That's quite unconventional is the word I'm looking for, to put guitars first, or
Guitars first.
would you say that's...
Yeah, it's
a weird way.
It makes sense for metal, really. More metal bands maybe should have done it. First time I ever heard of it was in the year 2001, I think, or 2002, when I started to release the horror show. I bought it because there was a Transylvania cover on the cover track on the record, and it looked like a cheap Iron Maiden, which I was fine with. I had already owned all the Iron Maiden records. And then I came to know that they recorded it that way. Guitars first, and he's the kind of super tight. So I think it, as is Tudor, so it makes sense. It's gonna be there on the right spot. You don't need the drums really to time it if you play guitar that way.
Fair enough.
So you don't have to be old school. You can be semi-new school.
Yeah, well, that's good. And we play, heavy metal anyway, so it's not like we're trying to play some futuristic metal. It's old school riffs and stuff. So. Sometimes the old way is the best, as they used to say. There are the new wave of British heavy metal, but we play the old wave of Vinsta heavy metal.
Old wave of Vinsta.
Yeah. So now you have it, folks. That's the genre for us. The old wave of Vinsta heavy metal.
Street Studios.
Yeah. If you ever write about us on Wikipedia, it should be the old wave of Vinsta heavy metal.
Old wave.
And we should be the originator. So when, back in the old original wave.
The old original.
So when they do like the tree, the family tree of bands, where usually Black Sabbath is always like the father of everything, I reckon Revolve should actually be on top of that heap. At the original old wave of Vinsta heavy metal. Yeah. That's us.
Yes.
Boys and girls. So guys, it's 10:10 on a Saturday night. Everybody else is dancing, except for me and the producer, who's at the toilet as we speak. We still got a long way to go, so it's gonna be a long night. I'm sure we're gonna be here 2 minutes to midnight as well, so you get that reference. One in the can. Now we'll go on to the next one. Then we will go on to the last big chapter, Samarkand, which we will do still today and tonight. But it's alright. We got water, we got coffee, and we got, most of all, motivation. Yeah, so it's 11:30 p.m. on a Saturday night in August.
30 minutes to midnight.
Yeah, 28 minutes to midnight. 28 minutes to 2 minutes to midnight. To be honest. It's been a long day, it's been a long night, but we're still going strong. I think the music union will have something to say about this. But they're never...
Actually, we haven't spent more than we did yesterday with the guitars.
No, we haven't. It took some time to set up. That's why we are quite late, actually. That's the whole reason. Otherwise, we could have had everything in the can. But as you know, there's a lot of uncertainties in music. And it's a lot of I think we use 7 microphones.
Yeah, which is actually quite minimalist in a way, but it's also enough.
Yeah, it sounds all right, I guess.
One thing that I noticed that is remarkable is we used only dynamic microphones for this drum recording. Normally you would have a condenser too. I also have a condenser in this bag, but we're not using it.
Nah.
Because it's heavy metal. You can use dynamics.
Whatever you want, yeah.
You don't need all that breathy Celine Dion stuff. Not really. You can have the rugged, steady live microphone type things. But,
so we're gonna... Yeah.
Some credits to your friend Oscar as well for borrowing us the
thank you very much, Oscar Newman.
Parts of the mic set, which would be the MD41s on the snare and on the toms.
Yeah.
And we are still a bit minimalist because we share 2 MD41s on 4 toms, even though we have another MD41.
Yeah, we have it in the back.
And we have another channel, but there's also mic stands.
Yeah. It's the mic stand union has said that we cannot give you any more.
But I would say so far so good. It's always nerve-wracking to record drums with a temporary or ad hoc makeshift studio setup. With so many things that can go wrong.
Yeah.
So I would say it's going pretty well. And playing-wise, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all right. It gets, of course, you know, once you go through and through and through and through, you get less satisfied for each time.
Yeah, even though you get better, you get
Yeah, but
more
it's-
annoyed with yourself. It's
Yeah,
true.
I mean,
And that's not only for drummers, it's guitarists as well.
yeah. But it's good. I mean, we have to record music. That's what
been
it's all
going
about.
pretty good. I mean, you're at least in your home turf environment here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know where the drums are. And you're a lefty as well. So
Yeah.
lefties, you know, if you come into a studio, the drums are probably not going to be set up for you.
No. I have to.
But actually, it
rebuild
doesn't matter that much because all drummers are particular where they are supposed to hit. Doesn't matter if you're a lefty or right. It's like oh no, I can't have it here. Can't have it here. And
No,
look
you
at
have to
Nico's
tweak.
ride.
Yeah, exactly.
It's on the tom.
It's like a downhill
It's
ski.
literally on the tom.
It is the same slope.
Yeah, and vertical, yes.
It is.
So yeah, here we are. We recorded 2 songs, and I think we got sufficient tracks for those. And we're heading in for your. I'm saying your epic because you wrote the lyrics,
Yeah,
but it's an epic for sure.
it's gonna be an epic. Yeah, so we're gonna start bashing a bit for that, and then we continue in the morning.
I ran into that. Yeah.
Over and out.
Det är alltid fullt i den spårvagn han kör.